Всем привет! Today I want to tell you about one more traditional Slavic song, which is from calendar songs. These songs are considered to be the most ancient type of songs because they are dedicated to different holidays, different parts of the year, and that's why they are actually called calendar. The song I'm going to tell you about is dedicated to spring, spring which is coming, and I like to sing it to you. It's very short actually, and I'll give you the text, and then I'm going to tell you the idea of this song because firstly I listened to this song when I just knew about it, and I didn't really got the meaning of the text, and then I was explained what does it mean, and it was also really interesting because it was about mythology, and I could see the real idea of this song. So let's begin. Again, I'd like to remind you that I'm not a professional singer, so I just do my best, and also I try to show you the authentic way of traditional singing, because traditional ancient singers in Russia, in Slavic countries, of course, they also were not professionals, so I just show you how it was typical to sing, and I'll try to do it in a quiet way. So the song is about, okay, I am not going to give you spoilers, so I'm going to sing about a person named Yuri. Yuri is also a Russian male name. So the song has a lot of repeatings, and each line of the song, each sentence of the song starts with name Yuri, so we like calling him. It's just to give you a short explanation what's going on there. So let's begin. And by the way, I'm going to sing it in ancient Belarusian language, which is quite close to ancient Russian and very understandable to Russian people, but some words pronounced in different way, and in Belarusian it will be Yuria. So in Russian this name Yuri, in Belarusian it will be Yuria, that's why. So let's finally begin. Юрия, вставай рано, Юрия, вставай рано. Юрия, мыся бела, Юрия, мыся бела. Юрия, возьми ключи, Юрия, возьми ключи. Юрия, выйди в поле, Юрия, выйди в поле. Юрия, отмни землю, Юрия, отмни землю. Юрия, пусти росу, Юрия, пусти росу. Юрия, мядовую, Юрия, мядовую. Юрия, пусти траву, Юрия, пусти траву. Юрия, шелковую, Юрия, шелковую. So that was the song, and now I'd like to give you the explanation, because as I told, when I listened to this song, I didn't get what does it mean, open the earth, let the grass come, let the water come, or what, I don't know this word in English, what does it mean? I thought this song is about usual man, usual worker. So he took some keys, go to the field. I got no idea why he needs some keys. I thought for something, just for something. But then I was explained that that's not about usual man. That's a holiday song, which is about the beginning of the spring. And there is a traditional holiday. Actually, it's a religious holiday, and I think it still exists now, but it's not really popular because people rarely celebrate these religious holidays, only some which are very popular. This holiday was called Yuriev День, so that means the day of Saint Yuri. I guess, yeah, that's some saint from Orthodox Russian church, but actually I never heard about him before. So this saint, he helped, how to say it, he helped to the spring to come. And that's actually what the song about. So people sang it to refer to the saint. They said Yuri or Yuria, and they asked him to come earlier and to let spring come earlier because, of course, the climate was rough and people wanted spring to come, to everything become warm, so to see the green grass, and the most important, they wanted to start sowing fields, and that's why they needed spring, and that's what the song about. So Yuri needed to take the keys and open, I don't know, open some rhetorical gate to let the spring come in, open the earth, so open the earth to let the grass grow up, and let the water on the grass appear, which is quite typical for spring and then to the summer. So when I was explained, I was like, oh wow, that's what the song was about. That's why I decided that it can be interesting for you. So that's actually it. I think it's very important to have an explanation, because when you have an explanation, you perceive the work of art deeply, you understand the whole idea, and you can actually feel it. Even when you don't really like the work of art, you understand the idea and you feel the depth of this idea, you feel the depth of the culture. And I can tell you that my first education is art historian, and I'm really uncheerful with all of the nowadays classical museums. I mean, the museums with the pictures, or yeah, just with some exhibits, because I think they are very bad with showing the people the idea. Because I guess it needs to be like you come to the museum and each exhibit has some, I don't know, some table, some piece of the text nearby, which tells us what it is actually about. Because, for example, talking about art museum, each picture actually has got its own idea. The artist shows us something there, even if it's just a portrait, something very typical. Sometimes artists wanted to try some new, I don't know, some new style, way of showing you this or that, showing shadows, showing colors, some new experiment. If it was a portrait, also he could show us some signs about this person hidden in the portrait. And usually we don't know this because we just come to the museum and we see the picture, and we can just say, oh, this is beautiful, this is not beautiful, and that destroys all the idea of the work of art. And that's why I don't like these classical museums, because sometimes they give this text but only to the very famous masterpieces, and that's it. And all the other pictures, 99.9%, they just hang in like it is. Or some, I don't know, if you come to some museum about history of some country and you see some ancient stuff from their household, for example, and you are like, okay, that's some interesting thing. What is it? Okay, I see the name, but I got no idea what it is actually. And yes, you can Google, but actually, for example, I don't want to walk in the museum and Google each exhibit. I want to keep the full information because I paid for it. Okay, if the museum is free, okay, that's bad, but I can't say very much about it because, yeah, it's free. But if I paid, I think that's very, very bad, because when you have no idea, you don't understand it, and that's why it doesn't seem interesting to you. And talking about modern art also, we were told at the university that it's very important to have an interpretation of the modern works of art, because they also have an idea, but you see just a, I don't know, just a chair, just a, I don't know, some sports of color, and for you that's nothing, but actually if you have some explanation then you understand it better. But usually there is no explanation, or the explanation is very poor. And yes, sometimes the exhibit can be very poor too, but actually when I understand what artist wanted to tell and what does it mean, in most of the cases I feel like, wow, that's really cool. But I don't know, that's what I feel really sad about. And if I come with my friends to some museum, of course something I know and I can tell them about, but many things, of course it's impossible to know everything. And I feel that in each picture, in each small object, there was some history of creating of the idea, and we don't know it. It's in the museum, yes, but we don't know it. We still don't know it. We can just see it. But it's not enough just to see it. We can see many things nowadays. We can see almost everything nowadays. But it's important to see and to understand. That's why I wanted to tell you about the meaning, not just singing, but the meaning, because such things like singing or pictures or costumes, they are a reflection of the culture and the historical period. And that's why I think that it's important in understanding of the culture of the country, because you can see the real examples of this culture. We can't see nowadays how they lived these years. I mean, we can't go back and see it, but we can feel it through these traditional things. That's why. So that's it. I hope that it wasn't really boring. All this my speech, I just wanted to explain why I think that it's important to do this this way. So thank you for watching. I hope that it was interesting and informative for you, and пока.